Okay. All right. So again, thank you so much. And I'm so excited to have each and every one of you here to share with you more about International Doula Life Movement and talk about being called to becoming a doula. Like I said earlier, my name is Anna. I am the founder of International Doula Life Movement. One of the reasons why I created International Doula Life Movement was, well, let me back up here, sorry. A little bit about me. I have been working hospice since I was 16 years old. Yes, I said 16, and I am turning 40 next month. I've been doing this for a really long time, working hospice, working with clients and patients, families. Hospice has just always been my calling, where I felt comfortable. Went and tried to dabble away, to pull away from it, to try other things, and was the manager for an EMS company, a private company, and ended up going on a family trip because we had a loved one passing, and realized that when you're in the car for 2 days driving straight, we were driving to Pennsylvania, and started driving through and taking that time to really think about everything that was going on. And I realized, one, I'm not getting paid the money I should be getting paid. I hadn't gotten a raise in 4 years, and had no vacation or bereavement time or anything. And I'm like, what am I doing here? And so I went back to my home place, where I call my home, my second home, this hospice company, and started working back with them again, working with crisis care and working our inpatient unit, and just really, really dove in deep, just had this complete draw and saying, like, no, you need to be here. This is where you need to be at. And so started realizing the role that I was doing was that of the death doula. So I started looking around and decided, you know what, this is really, really me. And so became a death doula. And then as I was starting to get more and more in the industry, started learning more about others and talking to others, I found myself mentoring other doulas. Because why? They were paying these, outrageous costs, right? Going through a program and not getting everything they needed. And so I thought to myself, what in the world am I doing here? I need to go on the other side. I need to help people and make this affordable. And I would have doulas tell me, Anna, you're telling me stuff that I didn't even learn in class. And so I decided, you know what, this is where we need to be. So I developed IDLM, and this is where we came to and birthed IDLM here. As you may know, that end-of-life doulas are not governed. There are no governed bodies that say you have to have this certification and that. It's not like when you go to RN school or LVN school or medical assistant or any of those types of things where you have to go to school for a really long time and, take a state exam. Doulas are not governed right now, which that means is you don't have to become certified, but let me tell you why you should and why it's so important. I'm going to share with you some things throughout the presentation that will really, you're going to see, oh yeah, I get it. I really believe that end-of-life training should be affordable. I don't feel that you should have to pay $3,000 or $4,000 for training, because one, it's not like when you go to RN school or medical assistant school, right? You can pretty much get out of school and go get a job. Well, with end-of-life doulas, you need to step outside a little bit of your comfort and get to know others and market and network really with others. And we show you all that here at IDLM. But I really it was in my heart that I was noticing also that people who couldn't afford those programs wanted to really do this work, was really called to this work, and couldn't do it because of the affordability, the income. And so that is really where, IDLM's story takes place. And I'm going to share with you a lot of different things that we're going to cover throughout in our program and what we offer here at IDLM, as well as some common questions. These are the topics that I'll be covering tonight. I'm not going to read them all out to you, but we're going to go through them and talk about them. So I'd like to start off with the meaning of what is an end-of-life doula, a death doula. A death doula, end-of-life doula, is a non-medical professional trained to care for terminally ill person's physical, emotional, spiritual, holistic needs during the death process. Now, keywords here I want you to look at: death process. But doula work actually begin really early. It can begin as soon as someone starts doing their advanced directive. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But this is just really the definition. We're non-medical professional doulas that can go out and help families and other companies as well through this process that they need this support in. So here we are. What do? What do end-of-life doulas do? So end-of-life doulas can really come in and help create a sacred space. We're there to help provide emotional and spiritual support, initiate conversations. You know, I've worked some clients where I was a companion doula and, started noticing things and had to initiate that conversation with the family about the different care that loved one was going to need. We're there to support family and staff in reducing their burnout as well. Being that extra hands and that extra set of eyes can be very, very helpful in reducing burnout and fatigue on both ends, whether it's the caregiver or the medical staff. We also educate in the dying process. You know, this is a time that families, this is really a shook situation for them, right? Not every day that someone's going through this. And they're not going to remember what that hospice nurse told them in the morning, come in the afternoon. They've got too many things on their mind. So as a doula, we can be there and provide support and provide extra education and regenerate that information to them through training that we experience and help them through that and guide them so that when that time finally does come and the process is moving in action, they are prepared. We can acknowledge, mysteries and unexplained events. We can also provide I call them my angel vigil watches, where we're there and we're providing a sacred space with the family and being there to support them, and a sudden change happens, we can let them know, oh, yes, we need to call hospice, or, oh, no, that is a normal part of the dying process. So we're really there to help take that fear and be there and provide support and be that advocate and make sure everything that is the patient wants is carried out, as well as the family, and giving them support through this time as they're going through this. Is becoming a death doula or using a death doula service is something new? Well, not actually. End-of-life doulas have been around for ages. Think back years and years before we were even born. What happened? Someone was ill, the family, typically maybe it was the wife or a mother, would stay home, care for that loved one. What happened as they got close and they knew it was coming, that the inevitable death was going to happen? Group of people would go outside, start digging the grave site, start building the coffin. That person at home was that doula there for them. So technically doulas have been around for years and years and years. It is definitely not something new. And it is just really becoming more popular as people want to be at home and take back the sacredness of this process. So what is the difference between a hospice and an end-of-life doulas? Well, the difference is hospice is a team, right? They manage the medical care. They typically have a doctor, a nurse, a chaplain, a CNA, a social worker, the volunteer coordinator, and a bereavement coordinator, all a part of their team. And insurance, of course, typically covers this hospice service. They're a phone call away. And let me tell you, the phone call, because many people get confused. I can't tell you how many times I walked into patients' homes and they're like, oh, well, I thought hospice was 24/7. No, 24/7 by the phone. And if there is a need that they need to come out, they will, but they're not going to be in your home 24/7 helping you. And so they will also come out and pronounce the death. They do also provide bereavement care. Depending, and every bereavement program is different. Bereavement can be simple things as letters through the first 30, 60, 30, 90, 6 months, or 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12, and 13. There you go. Hopefully I got them all. But that's where they're usually typically sending letters, and maybe once out of the year they have a memorial service. Some do more than others, but they do still offer some support. As a doula, we're there to provide and reinforce, well, excuse me, not provide, but reinforce the medical care We are typically private pay or contracted. We do have some doulas, including myself and some of our graduates, that are actually hired on staff paid doulas for hospice. We can have defined times. We are non-medical, and we can also provide bereavement care. As a doula, we spend so much time with these families through this process, and we really become a part of their family. And they become a part of yours. And so that bereavement process just seamlessly happens naturally, but it can happen. Why are end-of-life doulas needed if hospice is available? It's a common question that sometimes we get from our hospices. The elder care population continues to grow, and it's going to really boom. It's going to be booming even more so for the elder population. And families are opting to care for their loved ones at home. They need support. Not everyone caring for their loved one has had experience caregiving before. And so they need us as doulas to help support them and guide them through these transitions that they're experiencing. We're also there to fill in the gaps of the medical care that's not covered or supported, and guidance. You know, hospice sometimes has very limited time depending on the hospice and how much staff they have. They may not have very long to be in that home with that patient when they come in and do their weekly visit. So doula can definitely step in and really help fill in the gaps and be there to answer questions and help guide them through this process. Also, medical reimbursements, guidelines gives them that limited time as well, as to how much time that they have with the patient and the family and what they can do. And as we all know, end-of-life care is 24/7, and end-of-life doulas and hospice can actually work together as a team. So is this becoming a doula for you? So I find that typically if you have an experience of being a caregiver or working, or just, have this calling and you're drawn to people coming to you for this type of service, of support, if you like to help others, if you can be an advocate, if you can be non-judgmental, because as a doula, we are non-judgmental. We provide non-judgmental care. We give them nothing but love and support. We meet people where they're at, and we hold space for complex emotions. And if you can sit with someone as they're dying, then this may be your calling. So I get this question asked quite a bit, and it's, can an end-of-life doula make money? Yeah, they can. I want you to look at this quote right here. This is a really important quote that I really find that someone had posted. It says, becoming a funeral, death care, or end-of-life professional is not a vow of poverty. You deserve to earn living serving others during one's most difficult times in of their lives. Stop letting society guilt you into thinking that you don't. And let me tell you, many times I was working in the inpatient unit, and we would have clients who needed to have someone there at the bedside. Maybe they had terminal agitation, maybe they had dementia, different things happening. And they would call an agency to come in. Okay, well, I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, or even more, or 10 out of 10, those people coming in to provide that support with that client, they don't have any kind of end-of-life training. As a doula, this would be an excellent role for us as a doula to go in and provide support, provide a sacred environment, provide some holistic care there, and be those eyes and ears for the family as well. I feel that, our work as a doula is so important. And I see families hiring caregivers and hiring to go and get these other things that they need. We are a part of that. We deserve to be paid. We deserve because we are also professionals. This is a profession. And so things to just kind of keep a think about, things that you do need to step out, and we discuss this throughout our program and provide you support and education in this, but you need to commit yourself to this new career, educate your community, ask for help when you need it, take advantage of all the resources that we offer. And also, we also had added an extended business program as well here at IDLM. So what does IDLM offer? We offer end-of-life doula certification. Also, we also cover different multiple specialties, companion and life planning, end-of-life doula care. All students who complete our certification with us receive discounts for future other courses that we offer, our standalone continuing education classes that we offered, and other certification courses. I will tell you, we host every month what we call our CE night. We give our students anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 6 CE nights out of the month, different trainings from book authors to owners of different areas of topics that can help you with your business, as well as bringing in other professionals. We're getting ready to do a dementia training in April. We are holding trainings on how to get in your community. How do you educate your community? So we will provide you everything that you need and the support you need. And those CE nights, again, are free. We do not charge for that. Those are absolutely free. And like, yes, I said 3 to 6 a month, those are free because we want our doulas to be successful. We want them to feel supported. And so that's why we do it. I will tell you, we did a 4-part series that other companies were charging onwards of $200. Our students and graduates got that for free. So I believe it strongly in giving back so much to our community. Okay, so our formats, the formats that we offer are live and self-paced. We have live classes that happen throughout the year, and we are also going, yes, we will have this recorded and I'll send it out to you, no problem. We do offer live classes, which are about 2.5 hours long. We do record them. They meet once a week. We have our first 10 minutes of class is typically housekeeping and questions, followed by lecture, and then a break between the modules. And then we also do questions, Q&A after each module as well. These are not webinars. I want to be very clear about that. Many programs offer webinars. This is not a webinar. This is a live class, a live interactive class where you're going to be able to ask questions live. You're always welcome to reach out to us because we're here to support you, all the way. But if you're in a live class, you'll get your answers right then and there. If you're on our self-paced, we do provide you one-on-one support as well through that. Our self-paced, you'll see each module. You'll be watching recordings from past live classes. You'll be completing assignments and quizzes. And again, you get that one-on-one support. All of my instructors know that within 24 to 48 hours, I have asked them to reply to emails because I don't want you waiting 2 weeks to get an answer. No. You have a question and you're working on a module that week. I want that question answered for you right away, because it's not going to make any sense. And you're probably going to forget what those questions are unless she's typed it up in the email. And it's not going to be as effective if you wait 2 or 3 weeks to get a response. Not here. We want you to get that response right away. So the course modules that we cover are Doula 101. This is where we talk about patient rights. We're going to talk about dive in more about what a doula does. Module 2 is code of ethics, scope of practice. We'll also be talking, I hate the word contracts, but more about agreements that you would want to make with your clients. Doula paperwork. We also will have our inclusivity practices for the LGBTQ+ community. And this is really just some great education. It's about an hour-long training with one of our instructors. And it really, really is very, very helpful in many different aspects of practice. Module 3 is getting in touch with your own mortality. If you're going to be helping other people explore theirs, we need to explore our own. And so we are going to dive in and talking about getting in touch with your own mortality. And then we have Miss Penny, who will come in and teach aromatherapy basics. And that's just what it is, basics. She's going to give you some great ins and outs and some basic knowledge. I'm so excited because this is something that we've recently added to our program, because I found that many doulas were utilizing aromatherapy and essential oils, but not really knowing the do's and don'ts. And if we're a doula and we're out there doing that, I want us to know, I want you to know the do's and don'ts. Module 4 is when we start diving into end of life stages, end of life care. Then we have our very own, her name is Harmony. We call her Spirit Doula. She's amazing. She's going to take you through an amazing adventure in self-care for the caretakers. And then we have our stages of end of life care, Be Said, where we'll talk about voluntary stop eating and drinking. And then we'll be talking about obituaries and eulogies. And then we go into module 6, where Lindy will come in and talk about advanced directives and, coping with grief and loss. And that is the full module of that class. Then we also will be talking about common diseases and infection control, PPE, pediatric hospice, and parent loss. Because not every patient you're going to take care of is an 80-year-old. You may take care of someone who's 20 or 30. And so you need to know this information to support all of your clients that you're working with and families. Then we will also have our home wakes, cremations, and green burials and celebrations, life plan and doula. Pam, you want to share a little bit about what that will be? You're muted. You're muted.
No, I'm not. Sorry. The life planning doula course is about the end of life paperwork, and there's so much that goes into planning for the end of life. It's more than just an advanced care directive. It's more than just having your powers of attorney in place. There's a lot of work that goes into end of life planning, and that is an extended course that I also offer that goes into a deeper dive. But during this modular 11, we're going to cover a lot of the most important aspects and talk about making sure you've got your own end of life plans in place so that you can successfully discuss these with your clients.
Yes. And then we go into our legacy module, which is our legacy work intensive, where you're going to learn about different legacy projects and things that you can bring to your clients. In module 13, we'll be going over religions and end of life care. We'll do a course overview. Your exam will open. We require all of our students to do an in-class case study presentation. So even if you're on self-paced, you'll turn it in to us by email. But this presentation for our case studies, these are real live case studies that me and the other instructors have experienced and worked through. And so we give you details, and then you're going to work that case from start to finish as a doula. You're going to work it completely through. And many students have come back and said that this has been very helpful. They've actually gotten more out of this than actually going out and volunteering, because with volunteering, they are limited to their practice of what they can and can't do. This case study allows you to work this patient. Many of our students will come back and say, I really felt like this was my patient. It's a real life bill. It's a real life bill, and it's amazing. And so we will have in-class class presentations. Then we'll have our I'm a doula practitioner. This is where we're going to tell you, what are your next steps? What do you need to do now? And then we're going to also teach you and show you how to present to your community and hospice and explain about end of life doula and what doulas do. And then Harmony comes back in and helps out here with the self-care for the caretaker. This is we do offer a free NEDA prep, which is completely self-paced. NEDA is a National End of Life Doula Alliance. You do not have to join their membership, and you do not have to take their test. You can if you want to. It is not included in your tuition here with us. No school is allowed to include that as part of their tuition. So, but we do give you a study guide. I will tell you, all of our students who have taken this NEDA exam, proficiency micro-credentialing exam, have all passed. None of our students have failed. All of them have passed. All of them have been told me, and I didn't even need to use the study guide. I didn't need to use notes. I actually finished it before. You teach everything and beyond that needs to be taught, and for us to take this test. So take your time, you'll do great. Then we do a live graduation. So we offer graduation in the winter or spring, I guess you could say, and then the fall. And we will have graduation where everybody comes together through Zoom. We show you your certificate with your picture. We do also mail out certificates. We do not do digital certificates. We actually mail you a really, really nice certificate out to you. So you can have something to hang up nicely or keep in a binder, wherever you want to do with it. But this graduation is amazing. We have guest speakers, some presentations, and it's just really, really awesome. Then we have our Business 101. Our Business 101 is free. It is 5 modules, and it will help you as you go through setting up your business. Now, I want to also note, in our program, I'm going to have you setting up certain paperwork and documents as you go along. And the reason I do that is because I don't want you to wait to the very end, because then you're going to feel overwhelmed and flustered and just it's just really stressful if you do that. So we encourage you, and we're going to give you the tools to do it through the program. So by the time you leave and you're done with our program, you're ready to go for and start your business. So that's a little bit about the course, what we cover in our modules. We do include assignments. There are workbooks. They're downloadable, fillable workbooks. Again, we have the case studies, we have quizzes and exams. Please don't stress. Our quizzes and exams are open book. You can take them as many times as you like. So you don't need to stress or fret over those. So some student perks that we offer here at IDLM is, again, we give a free Business 101. We do our live graduation through Zoom. You get a physical certificate, no digital. You get a free listing in our IDLM directory that we offer. And we do continuing education classes. Those are free. We have ongoing graduate support, one-on-one if needed. We offer free. This is amazing. Let me tell you. So we offer once a month. Right now, it's the third Friday of every month. We give a free grief group. This grief group is for any of our students and graduates. We do not record them. You come in. We have a wonderful RN. Her name is Lindy. She's also a grief facilitator. She conducts these grief groups. And this is where you can come in and talk about your own grief. You can talk about a grief of you losing a client. This is just a safe, sacred space for you to come and have support. So that's every third Friday of the month. Then we also have our family events. We might get together and, hey, everybody bring your own drink, bring your dinner. Let's sit on Zoom together and chat. Let's play the death deck, or let's do this game, or let's do that, or let's make our vision boards for next year. We get together and we do family events. We are very family oriented here. We also offer a membership, and this membership is to an app. So yes, I said app. You can get on your phone or you can access on desktop. This app allows you to stay in touch with the community, connection, to be able to jump online and see free little mini courses and catch all the recordings for our CE nights, and be able to message doulas around the world and connect with your other doula family around the world. This is where we're going to have we have ongoing discussions and support, and a library of resources and business tools for you. New workshops and continuing education and special events and things that happen weekly and monthly within our community. We are a family here. You don't come to our school and just come in and take an education. No, 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 no. You're into our family now. So there is more. A part of your tuition that we include, and this is something that I feel so strongly about. I use them in my own practice. I know Penny and Pamela use them in their practices as well. Barbara Carnes is one of the legendary, she's an RN who's worked with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in helping at the foundation of beginning of hospice. And so she offers, she has a lot of different materials. And so us as doulas, we utilize them to help them with our families. So here you'll get 3 of these series books here, 3 sets of those, and then 1 of each one of these. And then we also include the Death Deck, which is a game that you can use to help get the conversation started with your families and patients as well. And Barbara Carnes, I do have to say, she is amazing. We consider her an alumni. We've had her come and be a guest multiple times with us. And so she just loves coming and chatting with us and having conversations, and just like an open night where we have just a Q&A where you can come ask questions and talk with her. And, you know, she'll tell you, oh, we'll use this book, or, you know, do this way or whatever. She really gives a lot of great resource, and she's very supportive to us here at IDLM. And so she is one of our business partners. So our program is, I will tell you, it's $675. Yeah, I said $675. I'm going to tell you what you get in this program. I'm going to give you templates that you can go in, change it to your own material, put your name on there. Okay. It doesn't have nothing to be branded. That is one thing that I wanted to make sure, because Pam and I both have gone through programs, and yeah, they give you some information, but it's branded to them. No, that doesn't do me any good. So why are we going to reinvent the wheel? So I'm going to give you templates that you can go in, edit, make your own, add information, take information. I don't care. It's yours to use. So with everything that we give, plus all the free CEs, all the free courses and workshops, we did a birthday bash. That was absolutely free. We did 2 days of training and workshops with amazing people such as Lee Webster and Linda Muhammad Mudal, who is an RN who is also an end-of-life doula and trainer. We had special guests and we had instructors coming in and doing trainings. It was just invaluable information. It was amazing. And all of that was free. So we include a lot of free things. So this program, I would be honestly, it could be easily worth $3,000 to $4,000 plus, because of the ongoing community, the ongoing education that we give you is so invaluable. So yes, it is $675. And that includes that bonus that you saw here. This is included in, if I can get back, where am I going? Oh, I went too far back. This bonus here, all of this is free. This is all a part of your tuition that comes to you. So we do offer payment plans if you need a payment plan. You can, there's several options on our website. If those don't work for you, send me an email at doulasupport@International Doula Life Movement. And, you know, I will work with you. I want to make this affordable and accessible to anyone who is called to this line of work. So there is our link for our website at www.internationaldoulalifemovement.com. You're also welcome. We'll open here in just a minute for some Q&A, but you're always welcome to reach out. This is our email, doulasupport@internationaldoulalifemovement.com. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.